What's going on and what's going off? David Hasselhoff. In today's video, we're going to take a look at this guy, the mini Mad Titan himself, Metroplex, aka Iron Fortress by Dr. Wu. And check out this cool stylized box. Yo, homie kind of looks like Superion there, you know what I'm saying? The head dome. Anyway, on the back, you got him in his some type of base fortress mode, and the whole gang's present. You can see Scamper there, you can see Slammer, but no 6-gun. But he is over here though, and we're going to take a look at the whole gang right now. And before we get too deep into the review, just wanted to say that this video and this toy are brought to you by my sponsor, tfsafari.com. Check them out for all of your Transformers needs. First party, second party, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 11th, 1 millionth party, all available on their site, tfsafari.com, and utilize the codes that you see on the top right corner of the screen and save yourself a little bit of change. You know, I'm kind of messing around when I say party this, party that, but first party being Hasbro, second party being Hasbro licensed, third party being unlicensed but still Transformers looking products, and fourth parties kind of being KOs, if you will. But anyway, so yeah, tfsafari.com, check them out. I will say this set is remarkable. Everything is really, really nice about this. The worst part is the instructions, and I'm going to show you them in a second, but there's a ton of stuff that gets abbreviated and certain things are just left out entirely, and so there's a lot to enjoy about him and them. I just wish there was a little bit more hand-holding, so to speak, in the instructions. The articulation is pretty good for a small guy. And hey, what's it stuck on? Oh, okay. And the manufacturing and the parts, everything is really, really nice. Stark, brilliant white. Way more white than, what is it? The Hasbro Metroplex. The Takara Metroplex is kind of like this. But yeah, you can see that there's parts that are gradiented in like, I guess that's a gray. But this is like stark white, and so I do love the contrast. The black kind of extra dark gray, the kind of really light white gray, and then the stark white, and then the red. I think it really, really makes good for like nice kind of like patchworking between the colors, and it's very pleasing to the eyes. The little, I don't know what you call those vents in there that are supposed to be kind of like lit up. I think those are all really nice. And one of the areas that they do not show in the instructions is this bit, and it's kind of hard to get out, but I'm going to see if I can do it for you right here. You know how there's the ramp right inside Metroplex's chest? I was kind of disappointed that I didn't see that ramp. And it was this. I thought I saw a little bit of a hinge there, and I was like, dude, I think there's something there. And yeah, you're able to pull it out, and dude, there's this entire ramp thing hidden inside, and you can pull all of that out. And it will extend and become like the ramp in his base mode, but yeah, just for whatever reason, it's not included. And a lot of stuff, like I mentioned, is kind of abbreviated, meaning like they'll just be like, hey, it's supposed to be like this, now it's like this, ta-da, and you're kind of like, huh? And you kind of got to navigate and figure out your own way through it, but it's not impossible. But yeah, he's really nice. 6-gun is really cool too, and he comes apart like his weaponizing counterpart. I mean, I guess it's all back from G1. He doesn't really integrate into the base or Metroplex. He does become the weapons and stuff like that, but yeah, you can see his dome over there, and the, yeah, 6-gun. Slammer. You know, he actually transforms, dude. And I can show you now because it's so simplistic. That's it. But the fact that they even included these little screws and arms, I think it's cool, dude. Sure, that's Slammer. Why not, dude? He's tiny, and then he has a turret that kind of moves up and down. Yeah, so that's cool. Scamper. Even Scamper, he has a little face. Oh, that looked weird. But for him, you actually need to remove the arms. They are plugged in at this little like white bit. Then you just pop those off. You pop those in there. Ugh. It's a tight fit. There you go. You got Scamper. Adorable. This just looks weird, though. I wish they had used a darker gray on this because it looks like a blob of lotion or something else between his legs, dude. It's kind of off-putting. I will say what's kind of interesting is, so Metroplex has a couple of modes, right? He has his like straight-up base mode. Then he has that like aircraft carrier-looking mode, right? But he also has a cube mode, like this box kind of cube. Like he's almost like one of those Battle Beasts from 52 Toys? Well, you know, I'm talking, not Battle Beasts. those toys that turn into boxes, dude. I don't know what they're called, dude. But yeah, he has a box mode. And in that box mode, these guys integrate with him. So that's kind of far out. I mean, I'm not really quite sure who asked for that, but somebody did. And so, yeah, they programmed that particular play pattern in there. Decent range of motion, up, down, left, right in terms of legs. All the, standard stuff that you expect now from modern toys. Tilting on the toes. And, yeah, you don't get like a double elbow, but you get 90s. Across, and that fell off. So yeah, and then articulation is pretty good. Head swivels and stuff like that. Not a ton to write home about, so I won't really spend too much time on it. This back piece, it transforms, but for a lot of the times, it's like a parts forming piece. I mean, like, you got to pull this out, then you got to pull this out, and then sometimes this will exchange places with this, and then it'll do that, and I don't know, man. I feel like this could have been better finessed, but yeah, it is what it is. And then you'll see it just kind of like plug into him like so as part of the base mode. And I was going to say for the transformation, I am going to use the instructions very deliberately. And it's not that it's difficult, but it's just that the shapes that he turns into is just not like standard. So there's nothing really guiding me. And hence, yeah, I'm going to have this open. And here, let me show you right now, by the way. Bruh, this is super thick. And yeah, he comes as a nice little card, and that's fine. Dude, this is really, really thick. And I was quite surprised. I was like, whoa. I was like, what is going on over here? I mean, you see me still like folding it out, right? I was like, goodness, is this a map? Like, what is going on, dude? And, but anyway. But we're going to take a look at all of that. Let me clean this up. I'll be right back. Oh, before we get him into his full-on base mode, let me show you how 6-gun becomes his blasters. So we will remove this, but you know what? Let me actually show you how 6-gun transforms into a robot. So all these parts, like, a la 6-gun being this, he was probably one of the first guys, right? Where you removed all these bits. I don't know what to call him. I mean, yeah, he's a weaponizer and stuff, but I don't think that's what they called him in G1. I think he was whatever he was. Yeah, that all comes down. The head swivels around. And that's a very recognizable piece, right? That for those of you, especially if you're a build former enthusiast, then you'll just get the arms in there. By the way, when I was up in New York attending New York Toy Fair, I had a bunch of New York pizza. Man, I got a hankering for that stuff now, man. I mean, I'm a big pizza enthusiast. And oh, by the way, you got to get these little posts out. They are difficult. You need a spudger of sorts. Oh, and there goes my bag of spudgers. Nice. You need something to kind of fish this out. And yeah, I'm using that. Then we'll get that. But yeah, I'm having a hankering for New York pizza. New York pizza was one surprisingly not greasy. What is it? The crust was really crunchy and very crispy, and I enjoyed it immensely. Yeah, I had like 5 slices over the course of a couple of days. One of them being at the airport, and even the one that I got from the airport was decent. Okay, that's him. And that's not bad, dude. He's cool, dude. He's very cute, dude. And in terms of like how big he is compared to Metroplex, wild, dude. He's like half his size, dude. If he was really like a weaponizer, like being compatible with the other like War for Cybertron guys, man, he would totally eclipse them in terms of size, dude. He would be gigantic. But yeah, in terms of how he transforms into the blaster. We're just going to do that. Oh, man, I messed up, actually. It's supposed to stay out. And then this over here, you're just going to bend the arm. And when you bend the arm, this is going to become dislodged. Then you'll pull that piece out. Then you'll plug that in there. And that looks like the good old 6-gun leg that we're used to, right? And then this, I could probably get out with my thumb. Yeah. You just do that. And bada bing, bada boom. That looks good. That looks good. Massive, massive, massive. But that looks really good. And we can do the same for the other side. And yeah, you know, I thought Six Gun converted into like I don't know, like part of his base or something, but I haven't been able to quite figure it out, to be completely honest. Like I don't know where this would go, and I haven't found things with corresponding pegs and posts and ports to make all of that work. So yeah. How's this go? It's all quiet right now. Cool. Then we get this one out. Neat. And yeah, the fit on the hands are really tight, and that's great. They slot in very, very nicely. So he can do like the jumping away blasting motif, like he's flying out the window. Like, but yeah, that's neat. And so that was a quick introduction into Six Gun. And while I have not tried before, I'm going to see if we can utilize these for the kind of like aircraft carrier mode. I'm sure that's not what it's called, but you know what I'm talking about, right? The one where he's kind of just bent like this, and then this stuff is all like that. Oh, he does have a port over there, so it probably does work like that. But anyway, give me a second. I had to scratch my face. Yeah, I don't know why my face was so itchy, but I was compelled to scratch it. But okay, so this piece over here, that back part, yeah, you're just going to plug this into here. And it's like some type of sentry turret or something. And it's going to go over there. I'm going to add this back later just because I feel like it's going to get in the way right now. But anyway, so we're just going to do that, right? And so after we do that, we are going to... see, these are some of the things. This is what I'm talking about. They'll show like an arrow here, right? But they're not exactly telling you what to do. And then you got to look in the previous one. You're like, oh, the blaster was up. So they flipped the blaster down. And it's just some guesswork. Like, I don't know why they couldn't have just shown like an arrow going like, whoop. Like, because they do for some of the other parts. And so, yeah. Anyway, the blasters are down. And now we're going to bring the hands out. Or the arms out, rather. And we are going to spin this around. And after we do that, we are going to spin the legs around. And upon doing that, we are going to bring the whole waist forward. There are these tires, by the way, that move up and down for different modes. But for now, I think it's just like that. Because I think they're saying over here, bend the legs and not the waist. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And I'm happy to correct myself later if that's the case. The joints are very buttery, nicely tolerant, but they do have some mold release, and I can feel the butteriness, so to speak. And then we're just going to fold these out. And these bits on the side are... going to do that, and I believe they're being used to cover that gap in the leg, and they'll fit between these little like these guide rails, so to speak. And then we'll do that. I mean, they do have it a little bit different over here, but I don't know, man. Like, this seems better in terms of like blocking those holes and stuff, so I'm just gonna keep it that way. And now they just point to the hands. They're like, do something about this. And I'm like, okay. And they basically wanted you to hide the fists. And so it's doing that. Oh, and then the head needs to convert. And so what's going to happen is, do these go together? Oh, they do tab together, but anyway. So the head is, if you just try to bring it down like this, you can't get it flush. And so what you need to do is you need to flip this bit forward, and now everything can sit perfectly like 90 degrees. Is that it? Well, you know what? It's possible that I'm supposed to bend it at the leg joint and not, or at the hips and not at the waist. Is that it, dude? That can't be it. No, it is. All right. So it is. So it's like this. And then it's like that. And yeah, that's it. That's battle station mode, like, I suppose. But that's pretty ghetto, to be completely honest. I mean, and not saying this about, like, this little guy. I mean, just this mode as a whole. I'm sure when he's in his giant Titan form, it's a little bit more imposing, and you could have little robots hanging off, and that's cool, but whatever, dude. And this, I'm assuming will plug in here. Yes, it will. Because, I mean, this is either some aircraft carrier where things land or stuff, or it's a battle fortress, but either way. There he goes. Not bad. Not great. But, I mean, not horrible, but just this mode is kind of like wonky, man. But okay. Not bad. Not bad. And in terms of, like, scale-wise, you can see tiny little scamper over here. It can't roll up the ramp or anything like that, but yeah, that's that. All right, pretty cool, right? And it will roll on the ground. And yeah, that's it. There's nothing much more, nothing else I can really talk to you about this mode other than it is what it is. Now let's get into the next one. You know, I do wish this had somewhere better to store. I wish this did something. Whatever, dude. We'll see it later on, I suppose. All right, this part over here, it says remove this. It doesn't actually tell you to remove it. It tells you to fold it up, which is kind of weird. And then we're going to get the arms, and we are going to bring the arms up. And I believe they're saying they want us to rotate it now so that this is facing inward. Okay, I can do that. And this bit now is going to unplug. And it's going to sit back here. This is the part that they don't really tell you, because you see this lip, you see this hinge, right? This ledge, so to speak. This has to flip out, but you can't flip it out with the way the head is. And so what you need to do is, yeah, you need to push the head forward, then tilt it sideways. That will give you the clearance to then bring that out. And then this will kind of tab in to that little slot right there. And so they don't tell you that, but dude, that is a crucial bit of information. And then, yeah, you can either slide it back if you want, or you can keep it as is. I'm just going to slide it back to keep things a little bit more compact. But there you go. There's your little helipad. But maybe the helipad has better clearance. It's about the same, yeah. But yeah, that part is not mentioned, and so yeah, just know that. Okay, what else? I mean, I guess they do kind of mention it over here, but whatever, man. Right now is not the time to talk about this. So from here, we are going to open up the leg. This looks like this has to be folded in, but it doesn't mention that. They're just like, figure it out, dummy. If you don't got the clearance, fold it up. You're like, you're right. And this one I'm trying to fold up too, but oh, this one's tough. Yeah, I do wish these locked in a little bit better, and so they wouldn't just be like all wibbly wobbly moving around, but again, whatever, dude. All right, now it says bring both of these out. I don't know if it's saying bring this all forward like that. I don't think it is. I think it's meant to keep it like that. And this, it says we're going to spin it around. This also to spin around. That will come forward like that. Like that. Is that it? And then this bit will open up. And these parts are meant to be kind of like these platforms, these stabilizers or something, because I can see in the image that those little pieces are jutting out. Like you can see right over there. But I think this is it. Oh, and you got to get these bits out. There you go. There's little ramps. I mean, it looks cool. It looks cool. Just got to make sure that it sits flush. Yeah, and I think it does. It's not horrible. I mean, it does what it's supposed to do, but boy, just the mode in itself is just, objectively just speaking, not about the Dr. Wu product, but about Metroplex as a whole is, yeah, it's kind of wonkerific, dude. And then on the top, I think it says you're supposed to put that blaster up there, but why don't we just use the 6-gun blasters? That's like way cooler in my opinion. Oh, and then of course we got to bring this out, which is not mentioned. Like I said, like it's not even shown in the instructions. Like even they almost forgot or something. And unfortunately, I was gonna say I don't think it reaches all the way to the ground. I'm doing my best to bend it down. Like, I've pulled it out as best as I can. And maybe that's why they didn't include it, because they're just like, who did the measurements for this? They're like, come on, Asian. Come on, people, we're Asian. We're supposed to be good at math. We're supposed to be good at numbers. Dude, I'm Asian, but I'm bad at numbers, dude. Like, when I took my SATs, I did great on my verbal, but, like, my math part. And they're gonna take away my Asian card. But, yeah, this is unfortunate, dude. This doesn't really, like, touch the ground. Sad times. Sad times. But, that's crazy that it doesn't touch the ground, but like, here, hold up. I'm wondering if I can readjust the hips somehow. Like by folding up the hips, I mean, the ab crunch. Okay, I got it closer to the ground. Still not perfect, but what if I fold this bit out? At least it's kind of touching the ground now, dude. That's disappointing. That's too bad. But, yeah, gosh, I wish everything just locked in a little bit better, dude. And then, of course, you can decorate him and have a scamper. You could have a slammer. And there you go, dude. There you go. Here, let me zoom in for you so you can see him a little bit better. That's his base. It's cool. It's cool. But, I mean, I really think he shines in robot mode the best. These aren't bad, but it's just, yeah, it's just, yeah. Yeah. Should I even attempt the cube mode? I've actually haven't done it yet. I've only gone through these modes, but, all right, let me check the instructions, and if I do, you'll see something after this. If not, then I'll just put up an addendum stating that this is the end of the video. Yeah, give me a moment. All right, let's attempt this. It looks like it's asking us to just swing the arms up. The fists will remain folded in. Let me actually fix the focus there. These little bits, the little shoulder crowns, the shoulder tips, they're asking us to bend in. So I've done that, and it looks like they're asking us to fold in the forearms. And this back piece, they want us to fold it in a very specific way. It looks like the red part has been removed, and it's, I think it's just being connected like that. Let me just double check. Yeah. Yeah, and then for some reason, I mean, they have this oriented very specifically like that. The two little buttons posts bending outward, so we'll keep it that way. It says the head should be spun around, so we shall do that as well. And then now going back up to the front, it says toes down, and then knees bent, and then hips bent. And so, oh, I see. It must be asking us to, I think they want it to plug in here. That's my guess. But, oh, I see, it does work. But you have to bend it at the ab joint, the ab crunch area. It's like a reverse ab crunch, I guess. And it's like that. Like I feel like it's off-centered. You know what I mean? But okay, looks like the thing. Can't help but feel that it's off-centered. But let us keep going. All right. So in this area, they're asking us to plug this in. Oh, I see. This plugs into the side of the toe. Well, you know what I was going to say? Despite this experience being rather new, when I review Metro Titan, because that's the next one that I have, this will be a bit more familiar to me. So, all right, we have that bit in there. Oops, I put it on the... Oh, and then apparently these are supposed to be on the back. Okay. All right, and now it's asking us to take Slammer, and you see those slots right there? Slammer has two tabs on the side, and I don't see the clearance happening there. I'm wondering if I have this on incorrectly. Like if this is supposed to be like this, maybe that's correct. And that way Slammer does have clearance to sit down. And maybe this will clear up the thing that I was talking about, the weird offsetting. And I think it is, or not. I think it did. Whatever, dude. Even if it didn't, dude. We're too far in at this point. So, okay, Slammer is wedged in there. And then it says affix scamper. It says just right here, but oh, scamper has to plug into the red bit. Alrighty. And then now it's telling us to grab, it looks like it's the torso of 6-gun without the arms. And if I'm wrong, whatever, like I'll adjust it later, but it looks like it's this, and it's plugging into the what? Like, I think it's supposed to be there, but what? Oh, that little bit under the waist is plugging into this. All right, dude. All right, it's there. And then now they have the arm wielding the blaster. And thank you for having patience with me as I go through this. This is an interesting sequence. Wait, what? I'm trying to recognize what they're doing here, but like, hold on for a second. Okay, it's actually the arm, the 6-gun arm holding the blaster upside down, and that's going to plug into the side of the leg. Oh man, stuff is just... This is what I call when the anima is leaving the toy. It's like the toy's like, I've had enough. I don't feel like doing this anymore. And all the little bits start like flying off, and that's usually when you're supposed to walk away from the toy. But here, I won't include those red blasters, but I will plug these arms in. And finally, what are we supposed to do with 6-gun's legs? Okay, I think I see it. It looks like right above the arm, I don't know. Like, it looks like it's supposed to slot in right here, but I don't see the adhering mechanisms. Like, I don't see any tabs or slots or whatever that's supposed to make that work. Well, I'm just going to plop them in there for now, and I'll figure it out later. So, okay, so this is supposed to be the cube, and this thing sucks. This thing sucks. I mean, yeah, I'm sure there's a better way to get the arms in there, but just, I don't know, man. Don't do this. Okay, quick addendum. I think I got it. Took me a while, and there's a bunch of things that I had to figure out on my own. Like, you got to take apart this blaster, and then they fit in over here, and then the legs, like the way they plug into the arm, and also tab into the back, and also tab into slammer. Yeah, there's a lot of little things here and there, and I'm not sure I got this part 100% right, but some type of cube. I wouldn't recommend it, though. Still, I did want to show that it can be put together. Okay, now the pieces are like starting to fall off. Okay, forget it. But yeah, you saw it. It is possible, but questionable. All right, bye.